channel. So today we're going to be doing some summer makeup trends. I did this back for spring. The birds are chirping outside. I have to have the window open. It is absolutely boiling today. It's early morning and it's going to be boiling. So I wanted to get this video out of the way before everything starts melting. But basically I did this in spring where I went through these, oh my gosh, they are literally right outside my window. Hi, morning guys. Okay, they're clearly wanting to say good morning to you all. Okay, anyway. Let's try to get into this video, shall we? We're gonna do some summer trends. I'm gonna do my makeup with you. I have just Googled it, and you know the AI on Google is just telling me, I think there's multiple articles that were saying the same thing, but the biggest trends that I'm seeing, there's actually quite a lot here. So first of all, we've got luminous skin and blush, which are we surprised? Probably not. Bronzer is also predicted to be popular. Glossy lips, that makes sense. Pastel grunge and bold pops of color. So I did see this on multiple articles when I was looking at this a couple weeks ago, and I thought that was interesting. So shimmery metallics, especially bronze and gold, are expected to be popular, paired with pops of electric blue and purple. However, blurred out pastel eyeshadow with a softer summery take on grunge. So I'm thinking maybe we could do lilac or something like that, and then maybe like, I don't know, try to make it grungy. I don't know. We've got cool toned shadows and flushed cheeks, which I also saw cool toned shadows as well, which I thought that was interesting. Contoured creases and softly sculptured features. Contouring is making a comeback, but with a softer, more blended approach. I don't contour, but maybe we could try to contour today. Minimal effort, maximum impact. Cherry makeup. So we could use some cherry tone lipsticks or glosses. Maybe we'll do that on the lips. Butter yellow. So butter yellow, a creamy neutral shade, is predicted to be a popular color choice for both eyes and lips. How would you put butter yellow on your lips? That's an interesting one. But I do have a butter yellow that I could put on my eyes. So maybe we could pair that with the lilac. I mean, that does seem quite spring-like, but then we have to grunge it out. I don't know how to grunge it out. Mocha mousse lips, a cool tone nude brown shade. I've been doing this all year, so yeah, okay. Hybrid heroes, combining different makeup products such as using blush on lips or eyes. Skinification of makeup, the trend of incorporating skincare ingredients. Clean, dewy skin. Okay, I got the picture. So I'm gonna actually use this one, which is a glow. Honestly, I don't feel like it glows that much, but I am going to pair it with the Nabla. This is the Radiant Plumping Serum Primer, and this is quite glowy, and I think these two are going to look nice together. So yeah, let's try it, shall we? I hope everyone's doing well. I know it's not summer for everyone at the moment. It's definitely summer here. I've got my summer palettes ready to go, ready to film, so that'll be coming at the end of the week. We can go through all of the eyeshadow palettes that I want to be using over the next few months. Maybe we'll dip our hands in one or two of them today. I don't know. But yeah, it's Monday as I'm filming this. I had such a good weekend. I don't know what it was. We put the pool up, so that was exciting. And I went in last night, even though it was kind of cold, and it was so nice. It's just an up-ground pool, but you know, until we find the day where we can afford to actually build a pool in ground, it works for us fine. I just need to get my son to learn how to swim this year. That's like my focus. And also just get more comfortable in water because he's gotten a little bit afraid of it. So I just want him to be really comfortable with it because obviously, like for safety reasons, it's better that he's comfortable with it. I'm gonna go into this. You can see it does add some color, but I also went into the foundation brush that I've been using, which also has, I think, some foundation from another day. This is beautiful, this Nabla primer. Yeah, so we're going for like glowy skin. I'm not gonna lie, it's probably gonna melt off my face, and I will be going in the pool later today, so it's probably not going to stay on too long. But I still wanted to do this because I did it for spring and I thought it was a fun video and some of you enjoyed it, and I enjoyed making it because I thought it was, you know, it was like spur of the moment. What is it going to be? And I have no plans as to what I'm going to do with my eyes or anything, so we're just going to have some fun together. Is this dewy enough? What else did it say? We could use with some maybe dewy bronze or a bronzer like they said. I mean, I do have a shimmery bronzer. Honestly, the Project Pan one that I'm working on, the Ofra one, is quite shimmery. So we could just go into this one. This is really gonna give me, yeah, let's go into this one and then I will go into a shimmery blush. I do have 1 or 2 left. I know I decluttered them because they're just not my preference, but I do have 1 or 2 left. So I really don't think we're gonna do too much else with the base. I might do some concealer under my eyes, but I just don't feel like I need to have a full face of foundation at this point. So, you know, we're just doing like soft glow, dewy makeup, which is what we need. And I do have obviously imperfections at the moment. I have a little, I thought it was gonna be a spot and I started to like, you know, like fiddle with it. And then I got a scab over the weekend. So I have like a little blemish here. I don't know what it is. Face always looks pretty shiny when I do these videos, but we are going for glowiness, aren't we? So I think, you know, that is a very pretty glowy bronzer. Maybe we'll do, should we do concealer? I have a feeling I don't want to do concealer, but it would be nice to do a tiny bit. I'll do a tiny bit. I'm going to go with my ABH concealer, which might be a really bad choice because this is quite thick. But I have it in my Shop My Stash and I really would like to finish it. I'm just going to do the tiniest bit right here, just to brighten up the inner under eye. The birds are flying. I think they like to sit on my shutters here. We do actually have a bird's nest in the back of the house and it's so sweet. They've been going there for years. Like the new birds come with their babies and then when they're free, they go. We don't feed them, honestly. There's so much food in the garden for them to eat. We don't need to feed them. They eat a lot of our apples and our pears and everything like that. So they, and I'm sure there's tons of worms and stuff for them. So they are very well fed, but it's actually really sweet. I've never really had, my mom loves birds. She loves feeding birds. She has a whole colony of birds that come to her house all the time and she feeds them all the time. And I've never really had that until we moved here and the birds just love being here. So I'm happy. If they're happy, then I'm happy. That's all that matters. I think I'm going to put a little bit of this here just because I want a little bit more of a definition. And also they did say contouring, right? So we're just going to do a little bit here. It's going to be like a soft contour. And that's the same, that's just with my ABH concealer. If my whole face is like the same color, sometimes it looks a little odd. I think I have to go back into my bronze. I just got rid of all my bronze. But I just want to lighten this area just ever so much, slightly, right? I'm like doing this all over the place. It's fine. It's fine. All right, maybe we do eyes now because I'm just going to fiddle with my face the whole time. Okay, so we got cool tone shadows. We could do flush cheeks, obviously, but eyes, pastel, pops of color. Interesting. So I did pull this palette from my Shop My Stash. This is the Moonshroom palette from Lunar Beauty. And obviously there's a couple of like brighter pops in here. And they also said butter yellow, didn't they? And I do have a butter yellow in my Gourmande Girls palette. I would say in here, the Pan Nose eyeshadow shade that I'm working on, which is right here, I would say this is a butter yellow for sure. So we're gonna start with this one, and I might just keep it in my inner corner just as a nice inner corner shade, you know? But we're just gonna start with this one and play around and just see how we do. I don't feel like I need to put, because we're gonna keep this quite light, so I'm not gonna put obviously an eye primer on here, although I might have needed to. I'm not gonna lie, like when I got ill the first couple of weeks of June and I got really down about it. I don't know what it was. I've not had a good start to June, but I'm feeling so much better now, and both physically but just like mentally. I think when you get ill and you just don't want to get ill and you like lose all your energy, it just kind of bums you out. I was just feeling really bummed out for most of the beginning of the month. So I feel like my videos, I've been a little bit lacking in energy, or just in general not really being very happy. But I'm feeling a lot better. It doesn't really look like a butter yellow at this point, but it's on there. We're gonna go in with the Moonshroom. I'm gonna try to make this as grungy as possible, but I don't actually know how. But I'm gonna go into this. I wanted to go into lilac, and this is perfect. So we're just going to this. This shade is called Pixie Pop. And I want it to pop. Honestly, if this ends up being more spring-like, it's fine. It's fine. We're just playing around. We're trying our best. Spring, I actually did quite a bronzed look, I believe, because one of the trends was like it. I can't remember what the trend was, but I went a little overboard. So my spring look didn't actually end up looking very spring-like. So maybe this look will look like spring, and then maybe I'll do another one for autumn, fall, and that will look like summer. You know, I'll just be a season behind. Like a cool toned silver, I can grunge it out because they said metallics, right? There is this shade here that I really enjoy, which is called Magic Mushroom. Maybe I just use this palette. I haven't used this palette in a while, and I wanted to use it. Obviously, because I pulled it from my stash. And it's quite light. I want to keep my eyes quite light. And then let's just look at this one. That's pretty, right? It is kind of, it's got green to it. I'm going to put this here. I also saw, I didn't read it out, but I also saw that colored mascara is still in, which I wish I had. I almost bought it last month, I think, like a blue one or a burgundy one, and I didn't. And I wish I had, because I think it's so much fun. It's not something I would use all the time, and I think that's why I always taught myself out of buying it, because it's like a 1-2 use item, and then it'll probably dry out by the time I want to use it again. So it's kind of wasteful for me to buy it. So this has gone very grungy green. I think I'm going to go into the yellow in here, which is called Honeysuckle, and I'm going to put that actually in my inner corner because I still want this to pop, and I think it will. So just do this instead. Like that, maybe? Maybe also underneath here. I'm going to add more of that purple. I feel like we lost some of it. But that's cool, right? Yeah, I'm going to go back into this purple. And just tap it here. Ooh, fun. What fun we have with makeup. I think I'm going to go in. I love brightening my waterline with this. This is just an Essence Inner Eye Brightening Pen. I use it all the time. So I'm going to go in with this one and just to clean that up. I feel like it cleans it up a little bit. And these are the eyes. They're very, very soft. I haven't really done too much with them, but I think that's what I want to keep it as. Because I don't want to do too much. I do want to do my eyebrows though. So let's just quickly do my eyebrows. I didn't say anything about eyebrows, but I'm going to go in to my Pan Up palette, of course. Okay, so for blush, I do have this MAC one. This is the Fairly Precious Extra Dimension blush, and it is shimmery, and I'm thinking this will be pretty. So let's just go in with this one. And it should just blend in with that bronzer. So we have a little bit of a bronzer effect. You know, when they come up with all these trends, like, how do you know if you're following it correctly? Who comes up with these trends? Like, who decides this is going to be popular? Who decides? Is it like from the catwalks? I'm assuming it's from them, right? I don't know what it would be from, because it's not from all makeup releases, I don't think. Or maybe some of it could be. I think somebody just decides it and then everybody else runs with it and be like, oh, these are the trends. This is what we're going to do, without maybe thinking about it. I don't know. All right, I think I'm gonna stick to the cool tone lips. I don't think cherry lip gloss is gonna work for this. So I'm just gonna do what I normally always do. This is just my Essence 8-Hour Comfort Liner, because it's kind of the only liners that I have, and I really like them. So then I'm gonna go in with my Glamshop Glossy Lip Balm. So I think overall for me, summer makeup really shouldn't be that complicated. If it takes you too long to do, it shouldn't be. Oh, this is still kind of cherry, I guess. No, more of a strawberry lip, maybe. I think last thing that I want to put on is my e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder, because this is quite glowy, and so I want to powder, but I also want to keep a lot of the glow from the products that we put on. So I'm just gonna tap this on. And it should hopefully work well. So it got rid of most of my glow, but I tell you what, within like 10 minutes, my glow comes back when I use this product, which is not a bad thing. It's just not good if you have like really oily skin like me and you want to get rid of the glowiness. It's not the right item for you, for sure. Okay, so this is the final look. I want to say I'm finding the eyes a little weird. I think I want to put maybe something else in the middle. I feel like there's something that's off about them. Maybe that yellow is not the right yellow for me. Let's grab this, my Gourmande Girls Mermaid Magic. And let's put one of these in the inner corner just so it pops a little bit more. I think I'm gonna go with this one because it flips kind of greeny yellow, so I think it would work. Just when you thought things were done, they're never done. All right, let's see. Add some sparkliness to this. It's looking a lot more glam than I was expecting. Maybe it's my eyebrows. I don't know. Something is off about this look. I'm not sure I like it, but I went with what I thought were the trends. And you know, we have a cool tone cherry lip. We've got some bright pops on the eyes. Is it grungy? I don't know. Maybe it's the eyebrows. Maybe I should have not done the eyebrows. There's something that's a little off about this. We have a little bit of a glowy cheek. What do we think? I think I'll probably just stick to my neutrals for this summer. I am still doing obviously colorful looks, but maybe I'll just stick to more of my neutrals because I think that works best for me, especially when I think what it is I have a tan now. And so the color is throwing me off, especially like these tones of color. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for purple, or maybe it's all in my head and it looks fine. What are your summer trends? Let me know. Are you gonna be following any trends at all? Does it matter? I don't think it matters, but I think it's always fun to do these and see what other people are saying that you should do. And I guess we'll find out if people do this. I think the fact that there are pops of color is going to be quite good for a lot of people who love colorful makeup. And then obviously those who love neutral are just going to stick to neutral. It really is not really going to affect too many people at the end of the day. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Stick around for more content later this week and I will see you all next time. Bye.